Modification is necessary, but living of the tradition is living our identity. Because we live Oriental countries have the tradition of culture, art, and this kind of tradition must not be left by us. Whatever the observation we do here, such kind of observation may not be done in the Western countries because we have the values of our art and culture. Such is the teaching of Radhakrishna. And above all, I remember a poet line, John Keats. He says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never do nothingness." So he is a person of beauty. He is a somebody of beauty. The fragrance of his learning, the fragrance of his goodness will grow in all directions. But you know, the fragrance of the flower can grow only in one direction. But the fragrance of goodness goes in all directions. And his life, I again remember one of the poets, one is Jagannath Fellow. He says, "Life of the great men all reminds us, and we can make our lives align. Departing leave behind us footprints on sandy time." Life of the great men like Gandhi, like Krishna, like Lord Christ, those who have done something better for the society, for the humanity, for the life of the people. Such personality's life is just like a footmark on the sand, and it is the posterity, it is the following generation which is to follow it. Likewise, our life should be of such of a size that our generation which are to come may follow our path, and we can take a heavenly breath thinking that our generation is going ahead. No doubt, according to the time and tune, our generation, each generation is going forward, particularly in the realm of education, and it is the right direction of our departure to the footmark of those great persons who have given us fine path to go on. You know, why is the life of this great man is observed as teacher's day? It was not his own desire that his life should be observed as teacher's day. A group of teachers, professors, in 1962, when he was the vice president, met him, and they appealed that they wanted to observe his birthday as teacher's day. Then he was immensely pleased, and for this he assured that a national fund would be created for the welfare of the teachers. And since then, we are observing his life birthday as Teachers' Day. And national fund is also created. From every state, 20% amount of the gathered money on Teachers' Day goes in the central fund of Delhi. And on this very day, very many teachers are awarded for their stupendous work done in the field of education. This year also, it has been many teachers from the states, from Andhra Pradesh, as well as from union government have been awarded. And our two teachers have been awarded President Awards. But I remember the name of only one teacher, that is D.K. Chaturvedi, ST in English. So this is a good thing done by him, and we are remembering him, and I hope that our followers will also have the convention leading. Such is the trademark of this man as an educationist. Beyond that, he also had an idea why Teachers' Day is to be celebrated in the name of his birthday. Its reason was that during that time, India had to face the penury, poverty. There is no money in the our country had got liberation and education was necessary. And for this very education, the teachers were necessary. The first and foremost infrastructure for study is a teacher or is the teacher. So, teachers do tremendous work. They do it with full pain. And they make the India in the four walls of the classroom. In which way they prepare able citizen, future policy makers of a country. If the teachers are going to be recognized by the society, a new kind of zeal, enthusiasm, just will come among the teachers, and the learning and teaching process will be more effective. That is why we thought that Teachers' Day must be observed in any day, so that the contribution of the teacher in the nation building should be maintained, and the light of the knowledge should be lighted from one person to another person continuously, and convention is going on. So, on this very occasion, I would like to appeal to you all to follow the path of the great film. As students, particularly, I would like to remind you that you are going to lose many things. You are the son and daughter of the modern era of the electronic era. Our conventional education, whatever it has been given to us or we people, that is not given to you. The system of education has changed, in which you are not getting proper wisdom because you are mechanical. You want your mark, passing mark, without going through the textbook. That is why you are not getting the complete knowledge, understanding. You are not having even the capacity to listen others. And those who are not a good listener, they can't be a good speaker. This is the drawback of the modern students. Particularly in this very school, I have seen that the school has been nicely running for over 2 decades, 3 decades. In the meanwhile, for a couple of years, it was deviated. But once again, I would like to say that now the right person has come in this school, and he is very much active, wise, in order to give a kind of tune to the school so that it could go on a better prospect. You know, our computers were there, and they were languishing in the laboratory. But now this man has given life to those computers, and now he is challenging to give you computer education at almost the cost of Rs 200. This opportunity had not been attained by any other student in the past, whereas computers have been decorating the cell of the building for about 6-7 years. So it depends on the hero of the institution, both of the institution. He is a dynamic person, and if you are going to neglect your studies, certainly there will be a big loss to you. So try to harness each and every subject well and go ahead maintaining the decency of the discipline. But I would like to suggest one thing to you all, that you are trying to learn 100% English pattern of behavior. For example, when teachers are going in a group, many of you may say, "Good morning, teachers. Good evening, teachers." That is all right. You might have come from convent school. You may say like this. But here is not the tradition. The tradition of our secondary school may go is, "Good morning, sirs. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Good morning." A anybody. Such kind of manner you have to learn. If you say good morning teachers in the same mouth, you can also utter good morning sir. But then it also has a kind of manner to say. How? If you are going to shaking hand to a person and saying, glad to meet you. But fact is that your heart has gone to that direction. His heart has gone to that direction. But only to say you say, glad to meet you. But fact is that without being glad, you are saying glad to meet you. Without being glad, you are saying glad to meet you. So, if really you want to say good morning, namaste, then you should have to see that your gesture, that your voice is up to the dignified manner or not. Otherwise, need not say good morning, good evening, because a teacher is never angry after his prestige like this. A teacher is, and he knows his own practice, his own prestige. He is dignified with himself. So this is my suggestion, that work hard, go sincerely on your track of study, sit on the table, don't loiter here and there in the ground and create trouble to any person. Come forward, ask your teacher any point you do not understand, but I feel that you are not touching the textbook, so there is no person you to ask to a teacher. This is my advice. You might be feeling bored through my speech because it is not just like a humor. It is not just like a joke. If I am going to say a joke, you will laugh. But if I am going to give something that may not go enter inside your mind. With these words, once again, I would like to give my homage to this dignified person, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Live long Teachers' Day, and live long this great man, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Thank you.